Welcome back to another episode of A Shot of Rose. Up this week, we continue my conversation with my boy Vince, The Life of a Hustler Part 2. Let's get it. Yo, welcome back to another episode of A Shot of Rose. I am your host, Mr. Imperator Rose. Thank you so much for tuning in. If it's your first time or if it's your fifth time, I cannot tell you how much your boy appreciates it, man. Thank you so much. If you could do me a favor, though, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you can get all these updates. If you're listening to the audio version, go ahead, do me a favor, rate my podcast, leave a review if you can. All that helps with growing the channel and helping me become bigger and better, baby. Before we get into the second part of my conversation with Vince, I want to talk briefly about the situation that happened this past week in Uvalde, Texas, where a gunman walked into a school, barricaded himself inside a classroom with students and teachers, and unfortunately took the lives of 21 individuals, 19 students and 2 teachers. Definitely one of the most tragic days in American history, right? The unfortunate part is that these mass shootings keep happening. And to be honest with you, there seems to be no end in sight because everyone seems to be bickering and arguing and nobody really wants to truly find a solution. As a avid Second Amendment enthusiast, someone who believes in the rights to bear arms, I don't really have an answer. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to sit up here and pretend like, yo, that's not going to work and this isn't going to work. Because at the end of the day, we're not really trying anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've kind of really come to a situation where we are now just seeing this as normal. A mass shooting happens. We argue for a week or two. Hell, we might even get a month out of it. And then we're back to, the regular degular. You know what I'm saying? Life just goes on. And the unfortunate part is that the people that we pay and we elect in order to change these things are really at the core of the arguing and the bickering. And now it funnels down to us where we're arguing, we're bickering with each other, and no one's really trying to find a solution. So the situation is what do we do? Where do we go? I can tell you that as someone who does believe in the right to bear arms, you know what I'm saying? I don't really want stricter gun laws. But if stricter gun laws would decrease mass shootings, then in which case, I guess I would be for it. I know, some people gonna hear that and think, that's bullshit because it is this and this, but I'm willing to try anything if it works. If it doesn't work, cool. Yo, let's straighten this law back. Let's take it back. It didn't do anything, right? And all we're doing is preventing law-abiding citizens from being able to get guns, but something has to be done. And the reality is that most of us don't really have any idea as to why these mass shootings keep happening. But one thing is for certain is that most of these mass shootings are coming from people who were legally able to walk out, buy a gun, and, go on and do whatever it is they wanted to do. The 18-year-old who was just recently from Uvalde, Texas, he bought the guns 2 days before he decided to go out and do this deed. And that's terrible. And I don't know if stricter gun laws would have stopped it or not, but we have to try something. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not the type of person to sit up here and say, yo, that's not going to work without ever even trying it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I understand the right to bear arms and wanting to be able to protect yourself at all times and needing to be able to have weapons in case tyranny occurs or whatever, putting that in quotation marks. But the reality is that mass shootings are happening on a level in which it seems to be getting worse. So in which case, we got to address it. We have to talk about it. We have to have open dialogues and truly come to a situation where we need to move forward in order to see change. We have to have something done. And the answer can't just be, oh, that's stupid. And, oh, let's take all the guns away. Because neither one is going to happen, Now I'm going to talk more in depth about this on my pod tomorrow, which drops tomorrow. Stop the foolishness. And if you really want to get the in-depth, more opinion from me, then definitely look to that. But for right now, I just wanted to touch on it here real quick, speak about how, it was tragic. My heart goes out to the people of Uvalde, Texas. My heart really goes out to those that lost children. I can't imagine. I have 2 baby girls. the thought of losing my children to a gunman scares the shit out of me. And to be honest with you, is one of the reasons why I carry a weapon. But I just want to touch on that real quick, you know what I'm saying? Not bring the pod down, but, you know, just know that, man, we got to do something, right? And I don't really care what the solution is, but I want to find a solution. And the solution can't be us just bickering and arguing and everyone saying that, yo, that's not going to work, or yo, that's not going to work. Something has to work. So find the common ground, find that middle place where we have gun laws that make sense, and then gun laws that make sense for those that don't want guns in the hands of madmen, and gun laws that make sense for those of us that want to still be able to protect ourselves because we believe in the right to bear arms. So that's just my 2 cents, y'all. With that being said, though, let's go ahead and get into the second part of my conversation with my boy Vince. He gets into, you know, his legal proceedings and, you know, just how the federal government works as far as, you know, saying taking you to trial, you know what I'm saying, and the inner workings of that. So let's go ahead. Let's get into it.
Yeah, it definitely got serious, man. It definitely got serious. But,
okay. So y'all hit the height of doing your thing. Mm-hmm. Where does the downfall come? What is
the down? I mean, listen, and the crazy thing is it was just another day, man. What I can tell you of what I know of the situation, bro, it was just to keep it as basic as I can.
Yeah.
Like once I got my discovery, because when you in this situation, well, let me back it up a little bit.
Okay, all right.
Let me back it up a little bit. Let me go to like the arrest. So you get arrested. So I get arrested, right? I had just come back. You remember Jamarcus?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was stationed in Virginia at the time, just like on some coincidence type shit. And so I go see him. I actually watched a playoff game. This is in 17. It was 2017. I think Boston was the game I watched. Isaiah Thomas was on the team at the time, and we ended up watching the game. Whatever. I leave on the way home, on the way back to the hotel. They pulled me over, and I remember seeing like some weird lights. They didn't look like no regular lights or whatever. So at first I didn't know what it was. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know if it was a tow truck or I didn't know what it was. So I'm in the right lane. I move to the left. They follow me. I move back to the right. I turn my music down. I think I hear like a faint siren or whatever, so I pull over. They come over, boom, boom, sir, you speeding and all this other little stuff. And I said, I ain't had no idea, all that. And I know I wasn't speeding. And so eventually they said, well, look, can you step out the car so we can search and all that? So I already know, like, even I could say no all day. They still gonna get in the car or whatever. So I just didn't even buck it. You know what I'm saying? I went ahead and let him. So I go to reach down and put my slides on because I'm driving with slides and I don't got them on. So when I reach down, it's 2 of them at the window and one of them like pulls his gun out. You know what I'm saying?
Woo!
Yeah, he pulls his gun out and he's like, hey, not too fast or whatever. So the other one was like, nah, just chill. He's putting on his slipper. And the crazy thing is I don't realize it at the time, like that he already knows that I'm doing that. You know what I'm saying? It dawns on me later. He knows this because he's been following me.
Yeah.
For a few days. You know what I'm saying? A little while. So he knows my ritual when I'm going to lean down.
And put your slides.
Put my slide on before I get out the car.
Okay.
So anyway, I get out the car.
Shout out to the officer though for like saving your life though. You know what I'm saying? Because like every chance I get, I get on the motherfuckers, man. But shout out to him for saving your life. You know,
okay.
All right, we're gonna give him some slight credit here, all right? Because you know he could have just let you get popped.
So I get out the car. I walk to the back, and the dude was like, "Hey, you know, get in my truck or whatever." So I walk over to the truck. And right before I get in the truck, I can see on the side of it, it says Homeland Security. So I was like, I don't really think too much or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, you see all type of shit, especially, you know, I'm out of town or whatever. Yeah. So I get in there or whatever. And so the first thing he says is, man, look, man, I already know who you are. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, I know who you are. And he says like my street name and shit.
No boys had street name. So, bro, do I know this man? Not this man, no. All right, okay.
I'm like, what? I said, I don't know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? He said, man, I know you.
Can we get the street name?
It's just big boy, man. Big boy.
Okay.
You know I mean, listen, it's so even when he said it, dog, it'd be like, you know what I'm saying? Anybody could call me. A nigga that
like
didn't even know.
right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? What's up, big boy?
It's a million big boys across Houston, man.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So he says he calls me by my street name and shit, and then he mentions one of my partners that's locked up. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, he had just got locked up maybe like a few weeks ago or whatever.
Yeah.
And at that moment, like I realized, okay, this is about to get serious. You know what I'm saying? So I just stopped speaking English. At that moment, the only word I could say was lawyer. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
At that moment, the only word that I could say was lawyer. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, "Man, are you sure this is what you want to do and all that or whatever?" And I'm just, just keep repeating lawyer.
Bro, I already know what it is. Like, what you mean?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Fuck about to happen.
So, and the crazy thing is, because I don't even know if what they did next was even legal or not, but if anybody knows, dog, like when these feds come to fuck with you, dog, like they got a chokehold on you, dog. Like there's nothing you can do. You can complain all day, dog.
Who you gonna complain to?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm
so
saying? That's
like,
the feds.
do you want to take the chance or not? You know what I'm saying? Of taking this all away. So they end up driving my car from the freeway back to my hotel. Right, we get back to the hotel. Now, at this moment, I don't even see all this. The only reason I even know is because they were telling me. They said take a dog into the hotel, go to my floor, right?
Yeah.
Or no, they took a dog on every floor of the hotel. The dog hit on one door, which just happened to be my hotel room.
All right.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
So. At that moment, they come to get me from the car. Now they on some. You have to be present. You have to be present for the search. So they come get me. I'm handcuffed or whatever, and take me back to the room. And they find some cocaine or whatever, and then they find some receipts to the storage, to a storage. So, anyways, I ended up getting booked that night. I get booked that night. I'm in Chesapeake. Later, the next day, they called me back in to book me again because they had found the firearm, and then they had found some heroin. That was some real work. Like the cocaine was nothing. Like that was bullshit. Like this was some real work. So they found that, and that they rebooked me, and I'm on. My lawyer comes to see me and everything. I got all that worked out. And he tells me straight up, it's like, look, we can spank this. You know what I'm saying? We can whoop this. And when I mean spank, I'm talking about maybe like a year or two or, just like little to no time at all. You know what I'm saying? A lot of probation, possibly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like, we not talking like, we talking maybe 2-3 years or whatever. Like, that's what he means by spank this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's the best deal possible.
Yeah. Okay. So that's at that point, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm hoping for, right?
Okay.
But he tells me there's a possibility it could go fed. And the whole reason he says that is because, like, I explained to him, like, how the whole situation was when I got pulled over, them taking my car back, all that. So that to him, he knows that they were already on me. Like, just from how I spelled it out, like, they was on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was focused on me. So he's feeling like the feds could pick it up. So I can't get no bond. He tried a few times. He couldn't get me a bond. And, a few months go by, I can't get a court date, or my court date keeps getting pushed back, something like that. And then all of a sudden, one day he comes up there, and he's like, look, I got good news, and I got bad news. So I said, what's the good news? He says, the good news is...
Better than me. I'll be wanting the bad news first.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Okay. I mean, it's bad news every day, baby.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I need good news ASAP.
Okay. I guess something good to happen. All right.
So the good news is I might get you a bond.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You got action on a bond. I said, oh, yeah? I said, how? He said, well, that's where the bad news comes in. I said, what's the bad news? He said, the bad news is the feds picked your shit up.
Damn.
So the reason that's bad news, right, is because the feds ain't gonna play with. Anybody, listen, if you know anybody that's just out there, doing their thing, the one motherfuckers they is really afraid of is them alphabet boys, them feds, the DEA, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. The FBI, you know what I'm saying? The what's it called? Homeland Security. Like, they is definitely for ATF. Anyone in them, man, they trying to stay away from them. Any kind of task force, all that.
Dead ass.
So and the reason the reason that was good news is because my courts changed. Instead of me going from state, I go to federal courts now, and people usually have better action at federal courts, or they say, you know what I'm saying? So I remember just like, dog, like when I say like it felt like a bag of bricks hit me, bro.
Like a bag of bricks hit you.
Listen, and the crazy is like, it don't hit you, like it hits you in there, you know what I'm saying? But you got somebody to talk to. So you kind of you just focused on this conversation, dog. But once like, he's like, all right, man, you just take it easy. He says take it easy and guard, you know what I'm saying? And I get up, I go back.
A question, but before this though, like, were you able to talk to your parents and stuff though? Was they like in communication with you?
I was talking to my, I was definitely talking to my mom.
Okay.
Me and my brother was definitely in contact the whole time.
Damn, how do you take that, man?
I mean, this is just devastation, bro.
It's hard,
Yeah, man, just devastation, dog. Like, you know, like you skipped the angry, dog.
Yeah.
You skipped the angry. Or at least the angry I didn't get the angry part.
Yeah, you get the angry when you get home.
You know what I'm saying?
Or you get the angry once you come out on bond. While you in there though, it's just sadness and struggle.
So,
because you know who told me? Josh. Josh told me, dog. I had no idea.
Oh, yeah?
He told me like in 2018 or 2019, I think.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I fell in like May of 17.
Yeah. He told me, man, I was all like, nigga, what? Man, first off, I ain't even heard from Vince in years, nigga. I just assumed my boy forgot about me. I was like,
nah, man, listen, you know what's crazy is like, you have before that whole thing, I just, I guess you could say I was, double life or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? Once I was just in the thick of that shit, dog, I just left like everybody just wasn't on what I was on. I just stayed out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I feel it because one, by that point, you know what I'm saying? I had bought my house in 2016, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you had just bought the house just a year before I got locked up.
Yeah, so like by that point, you know what I'm saying, I would have been like, oh, this ain't the mood. I definitely would have been on it at that point.
None of that. You're not trying to hear none of that.
Bro, I feel you. Like, the money you telling me you was touching, I know for a fact it wasn't nothing but walls up. Like,
listen, I got a partner, man, TJ, bro. Listen, when I say that, man, that is my voice of reason, bro. Like if people had a conscience in they like a voice in their head, dog, for me, is TJ, dog. Like whenever I hear somebody like myself scolding myself, it's TJ's voice I hear, dog. Like when I say voice of reason, dog, that man, like, he stayed on me, man. Like, I feel like he sees the vision more than I do, just me and success, man. I'm just like he's on my team for sure, man. Like thick and thin, and I just you ain't trying to hear none of that. You ain't trying to, because like you already kind of know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you just you ain't trying to hear none of that. You just trying to stay in your tunnel. You just trying to do what you trying to do, and you don't want nobody. You already stressing enough, dog. You already got enough anxiety just from your daily routine, dog. Anybody else in your head, man, it's just too much. And I definitely like strayed away from anybody that was telling me like, hey, listen, this ain't the right move. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I mean, and again, it's one of those things where it's like you can't be halfway in and halfway out, right? Like you gotta be fully committed. Otherwise, if you make a mistake, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so
I tried that. I tried the halfway in, halfway out shit. It don't work, dog. It don't work.
Not the kind of money y'all was touching.
Nah. I mean, and that's the thing is, like, you don't get to that point if you halfway in, halfway out. Right. You know what I'm saying? You just miss out on something.
And that's life in general, right? Like, you don't get to where you want to get to. Like, my pot ain't gonna blow if I'm doing half-ass shit, you know what I'm saying? Half-ass doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So, to get to that level of anything in life, you got to be fully committed. The sucky part is there's consequences of certain things in life.
Consequences,
and so now you booked. He tells you, you possibly get your bond. Feds picked it up. Where we going from here?
Yeah, so I walk out the little meeting area with my lawyer, and I walk back into my little dorm, my little unit, and it's just heavy on me, bro. Like, soon as I was stepping in there,
Then the full weight of it, like
boy,
finally
listen,
comes
it's
down.
niggas in there, and they can immediately see or feel it. I don't know whatever it was, but they just was like, "Damn, boy, you good?" You know what I'm saying? And listen, not a peep, not a word. I go straight to my bunk. At the time, we had doors, we had cells. So I don't close my cell. I do. I close my cell. I just close that motherfucker. Don't even give nobody the opportunity to come in. The officer gonna have to pop the door to let anybody in. So I just close the cell. You know what I'm saying? I ain't ate lunch or dinner or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I just close the cell. I don't give nobody the opportunity to come in there and fuck with me, dog. I get in the bed, bro, and just I'm talking about sinking that motherfucker, dog.
Damn.
I'm talking about heavy, but like
I can't even imagine like what that feels like, man.
Listen, that right there was definitely top 3 one of the worst days in prison. You know what I'm saying?
Figuring out the feds picked it up because you getting at least some serious time.
I mean, it's just you're finna get some serious time, or you about to get some serious time, and the anxiety that comes with that, though, is crippling.
Yeah, because from what I've been told and what I've like learned is, the state sometimes kind of be dropping the ball, or for the most part, don't really be trying to like.
I don't know I can't really tell you exactly why a lot of people get to whoop them, dog, but that's just like the history, man. Like, when it's state, and I've seen it. Matter of fact, I paid for lawyers for niggas that had state issues, and they pop them, you know what I'm saying? And if they don't beat them outright, you know what I'm saying, they only gonna get a few years, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They only get a few years. They don't get too much time.
I just heard that, the feds basically they don't leave no stone unturned.
Nah, that's a fact.
Like they do their due diligence.
That's a fact.
They the best of the best.
That's a fact.
And like when they wanna book you, like they book you.
Maybe it's money. Maybe it's the feds just got enough money that they can just pay whoever. But the feds ain't. Listen, when the feds get their claws into you, and the crazy thing is like there's different levels to the feds. Dog. Yeah. But even like the baby, like even at the bottom level,
the little niggas,
even at the bottom level of the feds, bro. Listen,
they ain't to play with.
They not to play with.
Damn.
Bro. But
to get to them federal gigs, you got to be the best of the best at what you do.
I mean, you got to get. Listen. It's the crazy thing. A lot of people have that perception of the feds. Man, listen, dog. I know some. Listen, they was all they was from real life dope fiends, bro.
Damn.
And they in the feds, dog. See the way the feds work. See, I don't know if you know what conspiracy is, right? But yeah. So let me break down conspiracy. Conspiracy is 2 or more people, or they could try to commit a crime. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be some kind of robbery, or trying to commit drugs, or sell drugs, or to try to commit fraud. Anything. You know what I'm saying? That's a conspiracy, right? And the way you book 2 or more people on conspiracy is 2 or more people have to have knowledge that this crime was being planned or had been executed. Yeah. Right. So let's say I rob a bank, and they find out that you knew that I robbed this bank. You know what I'm saying? You're part of the conspiracy. You potentially are part of a conspiracy.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And it could just
for knowing.
Just the fact that you knew and you didn't do the right thing, which the right thing would be
to snitch.
To snitch. Yeah. Hey, man.
That's the crazy thing, because I
robbed the bank, man.
Definitely ain't snitching. So I'm not telling y'all niggas nothing. I don't owe you niggas shit.
So yeah, that's just how conspiracy works, man. So what they'll do is they'll drag in whoever they can, hoping that they hit a soft spot for you. Yeah. So that you end up doing, telling.
Yeah, breaking.
You know what I'm saying? Or they hope one of these people that they drag in, you know what I'm saying, unnecessarily, that they might know something and they might tell. You know what I'm saying? All it is like they cast this big web, and they hoping that whatever they catch in there can catch some more people. And then they can catch some more people. It's a vicious cycle, man. It's a vicious cycle.
And they drag like family members into it too.
Man, listen, I got a story. I know this dude, man, from Florida. I can't remember his name. He's from Florida, dog. I read his paperwork, bro, and he's on like a 20-man, 30-man indictment or something, right? And one of the dudes on there, though, was his cousin. And this is how it happened. So he has like a bunch of family, and they all involved, right? But so one of the dudes has a spot, and they ran into a spot. They raided a spot, and they take a bunch of shit out or whatever, right? They arrest a few people, and the person, like a couple of the people that they left, they come back and they see the spots raided and shit. So his little cousin calls him. His little cousin is, I'm talking about, as green as a pool table, twice as square. You know what I'm saying? He ain't doing nothing in the street.
Yeah, okay.
And he calls his cousin like, hey, you know what I'm saying? What's up, big cuz? You good? And he's like, yeah, I'm straight. You all right? And he said, yeah, I'm good, man. And he said, these people, man, they terrible, whatever. He mentions like a bag of bullets or like a gun or something that they left in the ceiling. You know what I'm saying? Like something they left in the ceiling. They took all this unnecessary shit, but they left that. They left this in the ceiling or something, right?
Yeah. And
the phone is tapped, right? Just that little snippet of the cousin telling the big cousin telling the little cousin that they left this in the crib was enough to pull him on a conspiracy.
Damn, he did time for that.
He did time for that. And the thing was like they bringing him in hoping he's gonna tell on something, or that you feel guilty about Lil Cuz being brought in because of that phone conversation. That's the theory behind bringing him in.
Yeah.
And Lil Cuz don't tell, Big Cuz don't break because of Lil Cuz. So Lil Cuz ends up having to do. I mean, I think it was maybe a year and a day or something. But
that's a lot for a motherfucker that ain't had nothing to do with it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, 24 hours is a lot for somebody who feel like.
Oh, no, we definitely get into it. I'm out of the fish grease. I mean, I look like no, but I'm out of the fish grease over here right now.
Yeah, listen. I'm telling you, and you somebody that has a big family, bro.
Bro, that ass.
So
my cousins ain't snitching on me, dog, and I ain't snitching on my cousins, bro.
What I'm saying, listen, God forbid this happens or whatever, right? But your cousins, any one of your cousins could be into anything, dog, and just you being in contact with your cousin
is gonna get me dragged in.
Leaves you vulnerable to being pulled into some bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
That's wild, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know this shit got that rigged.
Oh,
I knew that I knew obviously they had like shitty ass tactics and try to hit soft spots. But bro, for you to tell me that a homie who didn't even have nothing to do with it, they booked that man on a year for a conversation, bro.
Dog. Hey, you listen. Okay, I'm gonna give you another example, bro. So you know that in Houston, right? Or I don't know. I can't speak for other places, but I know in Texas, a lot of guns get sold just from one buyer to another.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can sell my gun to you. You can sell your gun to me. We can trade guns, whatever, right?
Yeah, just fill out a bill of sale.
Yeah, okay. So, but the thing is a lot of the times that bill of sale doesn't get filled out. You see what I'm saying? So, especially when you in the streets, you know what I'm saying? Niggas is just selling guns or whatever. So, what ends up happening is, it's the same situation, dog. It's a little brother. And his big brother ends up giving him a gun or selling him a gun or whatever. And some little brother ain't on nothing. I think little brother's in school. Not even working, he's in school. And I think he has the gun either at the crib or something. It's just he don't take it around and he just has it for protection, right? But the big brother gets jammed on a conspiracy for selling guns.
Damn.
For selling guns. And that gun that he gave little brother. You know what I'm saying? Little brother has one of the guns. And boom, little brother gets dragged into the conspiracy because he possesses one of the guns.
That's wild. And the sucky part about that though is, man, is like, don't get me wrong, that's definitely shitty, but it's like, dog, also he put his little brother in that position, man. And that's the sucky part.
I mean, you can say that, but then at the same time, it's like, how many people get they loved ones a gun or something, and you don't think nothing about it.
Yeah, my little brother got one of my pistols. Yeah, just because the area he was in, I was like, "No, man, you hold this because boys over there is rough."
Listen, that's it. That's all you're really thinking about. Okay. You're not knowing that I'm about to get jammed. I'm about to get pulled into a conspiracy.
Yeah, and we don't know none of that.
Put my little brother in a conspiracy,
and all of this shit is legal too, which makes that shit even worse.
They doing this every day. Right now, as we speak,
right now, somebody's getting booked on the conspiracy charge, dog.
Listen, the gun of the thug situation.
Yeah, that's a big boy conspiracy. Yeah, Rico's just a bigger version of that shit.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is. Yeah, it's just a big boy conspiracy.
Yeah, that's dog. Man, All right, so I don't spend too much time on this shit, man. Okay, so we get back. You singing in your bed. What's the play next? What are we doing?
Okay, so eventually what happens is I find out that I'm not getting no bond.
So they still did not.
Yeah, they still did not be on the bond. I was dead on that.
Probably thought you was gonna run.
Listen, hey,
would have booked this straight to Cuba.
No, to be honest though, like I remember my mindset. I remember my mindset vividly, dog. I was not going to run.
Okay,
you know I was definitely gonna come home.
Yeah,
and just I was gonna get some pussy immediately.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try to get everything I could. In line and in order and try to drag this shit out as long as I could and then go do the time.
Do your time. All right.
You know what I'm saying? But see, the thing is, you know what I'm saying? In retrospect, hindsight, me not getting a bond was a good thing.
Because all the time is time.
Because all that time counts, baby.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
that was almost a year. That just like
damn. So your legal proceedings was just like not even your legal proceedings, but just them trying to get the. And you know what's crazy is because I watched so many of these like Snapped and all this. I be thinking like, damn, all this crime happened like 3 years ago. Why boys just not going to trial? So I guess it's because the feds trying to get all their ducks in a row.
Well, when you are in custody, you're trying the one in custody. Most of the time, you're trying to get it over with, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like immediately, I knew I wasn't gonna tell, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that just wasn't even
a reality.
It wasn't an option.
Yeah.
So there was no dragging it out. There was no keeping me so that I could testify later or whatever. None of that. It just was okay. So look, let's get it done. Let's get it done with my plea agreement. Does it make sense? It makes sense. Which we can get into that in a second, and we can get into it right now.
Well, I'm saying like we're gonna work through the process. So you didn't get a bond,
I didn't get a bond, and
next time you see a lawyer, what's he telling you?
He was just like, okay, so no bond. What we're gonna do is, I had some money, like 30 something thousand.
They let you keep that?
Hell no. I had a.
I was about to say.
I had a court date so that I could forfeit it. I had a court date to forfeit it. Otherwise, that could have been another charge.
Oh.
Trying to keep the money and then trying to justify the money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because obviously I was going to have to like make shit up and all that or whatever.
Yeah.
So he was just like, man, listen, you can afford it? And it was like, yeah, I can afford it. So I forfeit the money. And then we just went on with the rest of the case. So long story short, I was facing a lot of time. I was facing a whole lot of time. What happened was I had some serious shit going on.
Yeah.
So what saved me was zero criminal history. Had never been
first time offender.
Yeah. First time offender. Had never been jammed up for nothing else. And then another thing that just helped me was actually on my sentencing day, which is crazy. The day before. And my lawyer had been asking me to write, he's called a sentencing statement. Mm-hmm. He'd been asking me to write a sentencing statement months. And just like, I'm fucked up, man. I'm fucked up. Like, just my mind wasn't there.
Bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you in a situation that a lot of people have been through, but at the same time, until you go through it, right? Yeah. Like, you don't know how you gonna respond.
Man, listen, you don't even think about it. Fuck how you gonna respond. You don't think nothing about it. You don't think about you don't even think about, like, what it's like just to be in that initial, like, when they first book you in there, they put you in 23-1 for, like, a week.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
So like hold the cell 23 hours.
23 hours. You come out for an hour. If it's a real hour to, you know what I'm saying, shower, phone, just get like, you know what I'm saying? I don't even want to say fresh air because you're not outside. You just come out the cell. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So, so all that, like, just thinking about all that though, it's like built to break you down. You know what I'm saying? So look. So what ends up happening? What was I at?
You was writing a statement. You needed to write the statement.
Oh yeah, he wanted me to write a sentencing statement. And what a sentencing statement is, I don't want nobody to get it twisted. It wasn't like telling nobody. Sentencing statement is a statement so that when you're in front of the judge and right before they sentence you or whatever, if you have a victim in the crime, like you can you know what I'm saying, address the victim or whatever. Which I guess my victim would be the government, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So pretty much I addressed the judge in the court. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I can't really remember exactly what it was I said, but I can give you the gist. The gist was just pretty much like, and you know, if anybody knows, you know, me in the pen, like I'm still like, I ain't trying to toot my horn, but I'm alright with it. You know what I'm saying? So I pretty much said that like I knew what I did was wrong. I acknowledged that. I knew better. That didn't stop me. I accept my punishment, you know, whatever that may be.
Yeah.
And that I hope that pretty much I mean I went into like what I wanted to do, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to go to school, get a degree, and you know what I'm saying? I wanted to
be a productive member of society.
Listen, I think I said that verbatim.
Think you flex that in there somewhere?
I think I said that verbatim.
Flex that in there somewhere.
You know
okay,
productive member of society, which you know they definitely care about that.
Yeah, you know.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I spoke about my parents, you know what I'm saying, and just like disappointing them and just, you know, wanting the chance to, you know what I'm saying, make them proud, you know what I'm saying, and all that. And I do remember not it's the clerk, not the stenographer or anything, but it's the clerk, the one that like I guess the judge's secretary or whatever.
Yeah,
I remember she had picked up a napkin or whatever to, you know, dry her eyes or whatever, and I remember the judge saying to me like, "Listen, so I hear you, I hear what you said, and I don't do this much, but I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt based off what I heard you say today." And the crazy thing is, my lawyer asked me for months to write this statement. And the day before, or the night before I go to court for my sentencing, right? The night before I go to court for my sentencing, he says, "Did you write the statement?" And I'm like, "Man, listen, is there any possibility that I can get less than 10 years?" Right?
Yeah.
And he says, "Only if you tell." I said, "I'm not going to tell." And he said, "Well, that's the only way." So I said, "I'm not writing nothing then." Right?
Yeah.
So he says, "Listen." And like he takes his glasses off and puts his papers down and everything, and he gets serious.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey, listen, I've been doing this a long time, and I know this judge. Write that fucking statement tonight."
Most powerful words probably spoken to you in your life.
So, you know what I'm saying? At some point, like, listen, you could, like, I could tell, like, at this point, like, he cares. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he just, like, he's a lawyer. Like, whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, he paid.
You know he's already paid.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, like, you not getting time or you getting a bunch of time, it don't affect him.
Yeah,
like,
after tomorrow. Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, right?
So, at that moment, he's like, "Hey, listen, pay attention to me." And so, you ain't got no choice.
Yeah.
So I go back in there and I had a partner that I had grew close to, and I told him, and he just like, I remember like anybody would come fuck with me that night, he was like, no, leave him alone. You leave him alone. He on something. You know what I'm saying? Because you know niggas like to play and shit or whatever. And so he's like, no, man. He's on something tonight. So he just like helped me be in the zone the whole night, bro. And I wrote that motherfucker, dog, and I read it, and then I rewrote it. Then I read it, then I rewrote it. And I like on my 4th or 5th draft, when I finally was like, all right, this him.
This is it.
You know what I'm saying? I let my partner read it, and he was just like, "Dog, you got the right mind." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, right before court, my lawyer asked to see it. So he reads it, and he looks at me. He was like, "You can write like this? Why you ain't been done this? Why do I have to beg you to do this?"
Bro, you a hard-headed motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying?
I know you mad, but you a hard-headed motherfucker.
So I'm just like, man, my mind frame is I ain't really there, man. He's like, "Man, you're not supposed to be here." Like, straight up, listen.
Bro.
Straight up, like, and he like,
bro, you wasn't supposed to be there,
he like, listen, he alluded to it so many other times, though, but right at that moment, he just flat out, like, no fucks given, was just like, "Yeah, you're not supposed to be here, bro.
Not at all.
You're not supposed to be here." So I ended up, we go to have my sentence, which, and that's a whole story too, man. My sentencing day, bro.
Yeah, which is crazy. So, not before we get into the sentencing, how long was your entire like legal proceedings? Like from the day you first went to court about it, and I'm talking to the trial. Like, how long was your trial?
I didn't have no trial. I signed a plea.
I got you. Okay.
Oh, so I didn't even get into all that. So, you can go to trial.
That probably ain't the best idea.
That's definitely not the best idea.
It's not the best idea. Dealing with the feds, at least, for sure,
listen,
right?
I know. Listen, and the crazy thing is the ones that get like harangued are like the white collar dudes. Because they just these upstanding citizens, or they got this idea that they just upstanding citizens, bro. And they've always like championed the justice system and the police or whatever. So when it comes to like the justice system, dog, they feel like, oh no, I didn't do nothing. So like, justice will prevail. Like,
oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I actually know like a few of them, not like one or two. Like this is like a few, like a several. Like, okay, they offer you maybe 2 years or 11 months. You know what I'm saying? 14 months or whatever, right? That's your plea.
Okay.
That's your plea. You say I did nothing wrong, right? You've already done maybe 6 months in county and you got your bond or something.
You about to do 5 more months, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like easy shit. And you say, I'm not doing another day in prison for something I didn't do. That's what you say.
Okay.
So you take them boys to trial.
Yeah, the feds like, okay, bet.
So your 11 months turns into 13 years.
15 years. Woo!
Yo, 22 months.
That's just idiotic, dog.
Yo, 22 months turns into 135 months.
So there's boys out here who really done got up in some shit, and they thinking they about to go to trial.
This is facts. Listen, like, okay, I'm like a perfect example.
That's narcissism at its finest, dog.
Listen, like Africans with this the home health shit.
Yeah.
They just like I did nothing wrong, and they will see that I'm a good citizen. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, like if you got
financial crimes are the worst.
No, you got to watch a movie, a TV show, something.
Financial crimes are the worst, bro.
When you were sitting in that room, they not on your side no more,
bro. Like when they can track the money, you is out of there, bro.
So, yeah. So, I get my, they sent me my plea, which is I was waiting on the plea. It was never even like
never a chance you was going to try.
It was never even up for debate. Like that whole like, oh, I could pop him, I could whoop him. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. We wasn't.
Your lawyer was letting you know up front. Listen to me.
He told me straight up. Like, first of all, if the feds pick this up, I'm charging this. You know what I'm saying? 2, we not gonna go take this to trial because if you take it to trial, I'm going to charge you some more and you're going to get a lot of time. You know what I'm saying?
So it's a lose-lose situation.
Yeah, he's telling me straight up off the rip. You know what I'm saying? Like,
let's take a plea.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? To take the feds to trial is a lot of fucking work. 1, 2, you're not going to win anyways.
And then 2, it's no telling how long you would have been in trial, right? They like, right?
Yeah, you can they can drag it out for a minute, man. I know people that, was in county 3 years.
Yeah, bro. I like, dog, I tell you, I be watching all these documentaries. I be watching Snapped. No, they definitely I don't think anybody's ever been to trial within a year from when I'll be watching it.
But you also gotta remember, like a lot of those, some of the people be getting on bond, right? So when you go on bond, right, not only is the prosecutor and them trying to sometimes push it back, because you out on bond and you just don't want to go to prison, you gonna try to push it back. You gonna find whatever reason.
So you still trying to live life?
Yeah, you still just trying to prolong the inevitable.
Gotcha.
You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
So. I ended up getting my plea, and my plea was for 120 months. And it's another thing. This is the crazy thing.
120 months. Damn.
Yeah, it's 120 months. When you say it in months, dog, you really feel it.
Yeah.
You really feel it. You know what I'm saying?
Because I did the math.
One thing to say 10 years.
Yeah, right.
But it's another thing when you say 120 months.
Because I'm thinking like, bro, like 12 months in a year. I'm like, my boy was down bad, dog. I know he saw 120 months. Like, yo, that's the deal?
And then so with the 120 months, right? So what happens is like I got 60 months for one charge, which was the dope, and then I got 60 months for the pistol, right? Now with most cases, bro, if you got multiple charges, what they end up doing is they end up running them together, right? So like if I would have got 60 and 60 or anything other than like dope and a gun, I would have had 60 days to get out. I mean, excuse me, not 60 days, but 60 months to do to get out, right? But because it was dope and a gun, the way the law is written, instead of them running them together, they stack them. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So that's what gave me the 120 months.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then even with that plea with the 120 months, right? What ends up happening is you can get 1 or 2 pleas. You can get a closed plea or you can get a open plea. And the crazy thing is, I don't know this when I signed my plea.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know this. There's a lot of things
that you learn later.
That you learn after the fact, dog.
But the lawyer ain't know this?
I mean, the thing is...
You just took the least path of resistance?
No. The thing is the lawyer was... Listen, I don't think I was ever going to even be able to get offered a closed plea. Like, to get offered a closed plea, like, you got to battle with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So... my situation was like pretty much like they dropped my conspiracy charge because they had conspiracy charge when the first warrant they had to follow me was on a conspiracy charge. They dropped the conspiracy charge, right? Which that would have carried some time or whatever. And they had me with possession with intent and then the pistol with the 120 months.
Yeah.
So that right there was good enough for them. 10 years. You know what I'm saying? We caught him red-handed. Like, there's just not too much work here that we got to do.
Okay.
So, boom. So, that was, I signed my plea and I signed an open plea. The reason why it's called an open plea, right? The only thing you're really signing for is that the prosecutor agrees to recommend 120 months. What I signed was that the prosecutor would agree to recommend 120 months.
Try to get you 120 months.
That he would recommend.
Right? Yeah.
That was the only promise was that, hey, me, the prosecutor, I will recommend 120 months.
I'm going to try to get, like, essentially, right, in layman's terms, I'm just going to try to get you 120 months.
That's the only thing that they, you know what I'm saying, they have to do. You know what I'm saying? Yes. When it gets to the judge has his discretion or her discretion, his or her discretion to give you whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get 120 months, but you could get more.
Wow.
You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I signed an open plea, not knowing exactly what an open plea was. He broke it down to me, later on, like, hey, listen, I just want you to understand, like, we did sign for 10 years, but it's possible that you can get more.
Damn.
So that's a whole other kind of stretch.
Yeah.
Just like...
it's like, bro, like, you ain't delivering me no good news right now.
Listen, they get you to the point where you're hoping. Please take me away for 10 years.
Like,
I'll be happy to take.
This is what I'm looking forward to.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just imagine you're okay with 10 years.
Taking 10 years. Yeah, that's wild.
You know what I'm saying? To get to that place, that's a journey, bro. So I get there, you know what I'm saying, and I'm in they move us to the federal building. It's just me and somebody else. So I end up there. It's another dude. He's there for the same shit that I'm there for. He just was in a different part of the city. And then at the time, I don't know he's a chomo. I don't know. Oh, and the chomo is a child molester. Now, let me not say chomo like he was a child molester because I don't know if he actually touched the kid or not.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
He just peed in front of him or some shit like that.
Most likely he probably was on a computer or something. You know what I'm saying? Looking at some shit.
Oh, you're funny. That's still bad.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, I don't care, dog. Like, facts. No, you watching kid anything, dog. Like, you deserve to get your ass.
Listen, facts. So I mean, as far as you're concerned, when you're in the feds, they all chomos, like all chomos. If you got a sexual crime, like if you in there for rape or whatever, like they calling you a chomo, you getting carried like a chomo, you riding in that lane, with chomos or whatever.
Yeah, you's a bitch.
Yeah, you know what I'm
saying?
So,
got you. Okay,
so he's a chomo, whatever. And the crazy thing is, dog, is I don't realize this shit. Maybe because I don't got kids, right? I don't realize this, dog. But chomos, a lot of them have a real distinctive look, bro. A lot of them
like middle-aged white men with glasses.
Listen, I ain't want to say it.
Bro, I'm gonna keep it a buck all the time, dog.
My dude.
No, I tell Trish this all the time, okay? Hear me out here, okay? I know this is probably wrong, but I tell this all the time. When I walk into anywhere and I see a dude in plaids, got his shirt tucked in, I automatically think he a child molester, dog.
Oh,
people don't walk around with their shirts tucked in.
I don't even like. Listen, I don't think about none of this. I don't think
automatically think that shit.
So, before I never just realized, these chomos have like a real distinctive look. If I go out right now though, and I'm
serial killers also have a distinctive look as well.
I can't tell you like the real serial killer look, but I can tell you for sure. Like if I go out, dog, listen, if 10 dudes, you line 10 dudes up in front of me, man,
you can tell which.
Listen,
bro, I already know.
For sure, I could pick out the chomo.
Dead ass. And like I said, I'm gonna keep it a buck, right? You ain't gotta be that person, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. I see a motherfucker out here with his shirt tucked in and shit. I'm like, He touched kids, man. I already know it.
That's crazy. So, anyways,
yeah. All right.
I'm in the federal tank, and what happens is me and the dude that me and him got the same kind of charge. He has the same judge as me.
Yeah.
Right. And the word is the judge we have is just not like he ain't one to play with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, listen, I mean, and you get like the 411 like on everything. When you ask him about this, you ask him about that, you know what I'm saying? And people just like the rumor mill is like churning. Everybody talking about like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, look, this officer that, this federal agent this judge that, like everybody, like all that is in rotation.
Yeah.
So I hear about my judge, and my judge just ain't one to play with, especially when it comes to dope cases. You know what I'm saying? Like you hear about certain judges don't fuck with like gun cases because somebody in their family might have been killed by, you know what I'm saying, a filed off gun or something or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you hear about judges that like don't be no drunk driver in front of him because his wife got killed by a drunk driver or something.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so you just got, and the craziest thing is you when you in them situations, you ain't got no, like, that's it.
Damn.
There's no recourse.
Right?
Because, like, he's well within his law
to do whatever the fuck he wants.
your life up.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Just like he's well within the law to, like, let you make it.
Yeah, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So he goes to court and he comes back. This is big old brolic dude, man. He's older. Got, like, golds in his mouth. Tattoos. And he comes back and the little chomo dude, just I'm like, listen, I'm talking about just real fragile little white dude. Just so how'd it go? You know what I'm saying? And the dude don't say nothing. Dude don't say nothing. Just come in, sit down. Not like aggressive or like he don't have like a fucked up demeanor. He just like melancholy. He ain't saying shit.
Yeah, just
dazed. He's like, what happened? What happened? How'd it go? And like he says it went. Like he just 2 words, it went. And as he says it went, like you just see
tears.
1 tear.
Damn.
1 tear. And then after that 1 tear, it just starts to it's like he broke it. It's like he broke him.
Damn.
When he asked him again.
What they hit that man for?
Man, they hit, I think he wanted to say like 36 years or 37 years or something.
Damn, for just being a child molester?
No, nigga, this was the nigga that had the dope case. Same.
Oh, okay, got you.
Gun and dope.
Oh.
Same as, literally the same shit as me. Possession with intent. I'm sitting in the tank with him.
Watching this man.
Watch this man. This man said 36 years, 37, something like that. And I got the same judge.
Damn. Dog, that's gotta be the most nerve-wracking moment of your life.
So instantly Chomo sits back and just shuts the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like, then what can you say to somebody who just got 37 years?
You can't be positive in that moment. Like, you just got to accept the fact that, like, yo, my boy hurting.
You know what I'm saying? And so, dude was even like, what did dude say? Dude, there's nothing that you can say at that moment about to even like help him, get through that time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he just got to process that shit. Like, you got to just let the man sit in that moment and just deal with the fact that he just got hit with 36 years.
I swear I even remember him whispering like, my kids.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I can remember him like just like saying a real low, my kids.
And that's the sucky part. So
what ends up happening is I want to say they called the recess or something. They called a recess or something. They come back and let me know like they're gonna call you. They're gonna call you in whenever they get back from the recess or something like that. So they call me in.
This boy's praying.
Oh yeah, listen,
yeah.
The prayer never stopped. the prayer never stopped.
Never stopped. Okay.
No, listen. Right. You remember Miss Annie?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, Miss Annie. Listen, when I say that her prayer line was jumping, like,
bro.
Listen, she was praying for me. Lauren, she was definitely like, she was stressed out for me. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
My brother came to court. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was. You know what I'm saying? My mom. Listen, when I said my mom was super religious, though, like she turned up, like. She had all the prayer lines going. She had multiple ones, like 4 or 5 phones.
You gotta have them going, bro. Like we need all the prayer we can get.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we go in there. I go in there and we go through all the little bit like the formal shit, and then it's like anything you want to say, and like my lawyer's like, this is it, it's the moment, go ahead. So I read out the little thing or whatever. I got choked up somewhere in there or whatever. I remember the clerk wiping some tears or whatever. Then the judge was just like, man, listen. That was a pretty deep statement. I hope you're not telling me no BS. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. And he says 120 months. And you know, you hear 120 months in court, bro. Even though you know it's coming, bro, it's still
hurt.
It's still tough.
Damn.
It's still tough. So,
all right, as you can see, my boy done been through it, man. We got real in depth about, you know, the legal proceedings and, you know, whether or not you want to go to trial, different tactics that these government agencies do. And to put it quite simply, it's fucked up. I mean, there's really no other way to say it. And to be truthful, like I talked about in the video, we always want to believe that it's getting better, that things are progressing, that, you know, that criminal justice reform is happening on a level that is actually making America a better place. The unfortunate part is that's really not occurring. So my boy saw it firsthand. Luckily, he was one of the people that, you know, didn't get hit real hard his first time. And because of that, you know, his life gets to take a different trajectory than other people who, like you said, he was there with a guy who got 36 years for the exact same crime. But with that being said, I'm happy for my guy. You know, I'm hoping that, you know, he definitely takes the opportunity to see where things went wrong and try to do something positive in order to change that. And that's really what the point of bringing these conversations were. So next week, we're going to have part 3 where we get into his time in jail and just finish up on, you know, where he plans on going and different things that he wants to do. So with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. It's your boy, Imperator Rose. We're going to go ahead and sign off. Until next time.